Hey, this is Adam from Esports7.com, and I'm here with none other than the Pikachu legend of the world, Axe. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to Apex, you know? How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty well. You know, I guess this is going to go on as the event that lived, you know? Were you there when everything was going down at the Clarion?
Oh, yeah. It was just a mess. It was a big mess. And I was worried. All of us are worried, you know, but we're here now. I think they had the schedule tight, fixed, and everything. So as long as everything runs smoothly, it should be a fantastic event. Biggest Melee tournament of all time. Biggest Smash tournament of all time, I should say. So just looking forward to it.
Yeah, man, me too. This is going to be a great event. So a lot of people would want to call you like the breakout player of last year. I mean, you did double eliminate Mango at one time, so it wasn't like you weren't well known, but you really challenged the gods. What was it that like made you break through? Were you just finally like really serious about it, or what was going on with that?
Well, I mean, I've always wanted to get a lot better, and I'm always practicing, trying to get better and stuff. I guess it just comes through a lot of practice, you know. I think Armada's one that's inspired me a lot because just watching him play Peach and how successful he is, he made me really think that, you know, Pikachu also has what it takes, being a different character than what most people use. You know, when Armada was rising and started becoming like first or second best in the world, there was no other really top Peach, you know. And I can see Pikachu's potential. I know he has what it takes, so I just keep using Pikachu and just keep practicing. Basically just believing in yourself and putting in the work required to rise to the next level.
I mean, that's a great philosophy. I'm not going to argue with that. But so you did well. You got top 8 in multiple events. Do you feel like you're going to be able to reach that next level this year? Maybe a first place here? What do you think your chances are?
I don't know if I'm ready for first place here or not yet. Maybe. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Maybe I could do it. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. But I do think that I've been taking it very seriously, and I know I'm improving. I think that I really do think by the end of 2015, I'll be amongst, like, you know, a solid pick for first place at national tournaments. That's what I think. At least that's what I'm aiming for, and hopefully I'll be able to reach that, and I really think that I can.
I look forward to it, man. We need to see more character variety out there, and your Pikachu is always so much fun to watch. But there's another thing here that besides Apex that's going on. Something happened at EVO 2014. You know, there was a 4-stock against Silent Wolf, and looks like there's going to be a Salty Rum back at the Apex Salty Suite tonight. How are you feeling about that?
Well, at EVO, the 4-stock, I don't know what happened. It's all like a blur. Like even to this day, it feels like it was just a dream. You know, I was there on the big stage, looking at the entire crowd. Like from my point of view, it looked absolutely like something you would dream about, and then be like, okay, you know, I now realize that I'm dreaming. When am I gonna wake up? Never woke up, actually. Like, it was legit, and it's kind of unbelievable that all that happened. Silent Wolf is amazing. You know, he was top 8 for a reason, and I don't think that I would normally 4-stock him. I don't know what happened that one match, but I'm kind of glad that it did happen. But, you know, at this Salty Suite, I highly doubt I would ever be able to 4-stock him again. But I think it'll be interesting. I know he wants redemption. Well, at least I would think he would want redemption for all that. He's a very good player, but I've also improved since then. So I guess we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. I mean, I'm looking forward to it too. I mean, that was definitely the hypest moment of Smash, I think, ever for me. I was like, I jumped out of my seat. I wanted to like hit someone with a chair. But so there is the Salty Suite, of course. Are you looking forward to any other matches in there?
Yeah, actually. It sounds weird, but I'm really looking forward to Chillin versus Leffen, because that's the most trash talk that's been going on throughout all the Salty Suites. And Leffen is by far the favorite to win, by far. However, I do know Chillin is extremely hungry, and he's also been practicing specifically for Leffen. So I think maybe we might see a surprise. Who knows? So that'll be exciting. I also really want to see, just for good matches of Melee, Westballs versus Kobel. I think that's going to be amazing, because they're both really technical, really fast players. Spaceys, like, you can't go wrong with that. It's going to be crazy. So just the entire Salty Suite, they've been hyping it up so much. I'm excited for it. Like, I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
I mean, that's almost like better than the tournament at this point. Like, it's certainly a legitimate contender. But you're getting back to like the game itself. You're always known for using your Pikachu, and I'm sure you've had times where you wanted to switch characters. Do you think you'll ever get to a point with Pikachu where you don't think you'll ever need a secondary, or do you feel like in today's metagame you need a secondary?
Secondaries definitely help. Prime example, Wobbles. I just can't beat him with Pikachu. Occasionally I might be able to scrape games off of him, but it just feels so much more solid and easier with secondaries such as Young Link and Falco against his Ice Climbers specifically. That's one specific example. I do think that Pikachu isn't high tier for a reason. He definitely has his weaknesses, and secondaries help a lot. But I do think that Pikachu has all the tools to conquer any matchup. So who knows? Maybe I won't need secondaries. But it's not that I'm not trying to use secondaries. I'll use a secondary if I need to. They help. If I have them, why not use them? But Pikachu is definitely like my best by far. That's why I use him. He's just my best character, regardless of what I do. So I also think that with Pikachu, I could potentially be #1. I'm working towards it. So, and the only reason I don't switch characters is because I know he does have what it takes. So I'm just gonna keep using Pikachu. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I can do it. I think I can. We'll see.
I hope you do, man. I want to see you up there. Another thing that changed for you last year was you were picked up by Mortality Esports. Could you talk a little bit how you came into contact with them and how it's like been being with them since then, having teammates with you and things like that?
Well, in one word, it's fantastic because having a sponsor, they help me a lot flying to tournaments and give me the proper housing that I need and give me the finances that I need to travel. Like what I need to do is travel to tournaments if I want to improve and keep proving myself. So I mean they've been fantastic so far. It's like anyone would imagine, it's really great being sponsored. I met up with them at MLG Anaheim 2014, actually. Right. And we talked there. They saw a couple of my matches and stuff. We've been talking since then. And then right before EVO is when they, signed the contract with them. And it became totally legit. And I'm happy to be a part of Mortality. Like, it's been really great. And I'm just happy to represent them as their Smash player along with Chudat. So it's been great.
I mean, I was so happy when you got sponsored too. But going outside the game a little bit, are you planning on like riding this whole Melee thing for a long time, or do you have like other career goals, maybe something of that nature?
Well, right now Melee is blowing up hardcore. Like Melee is huge and it's only rising. So right now, as of right now, I want to live the moment and I want to take advantage of this while I can. And I'm just gonna 100% ride the whole Smash and Melee train. I do think that it's gonna stay strong at least for a couple more years. Who knows how long it'll be? Shoot, the game's been out for over a decade, and it's still the strongest it's ever been. And who knows? Maybe we have another decade. I have no idea. But right now is the time. Right now is the time to rise. So that's what I'm working towards. Just in case if Melee does start settling down, becoming less of a thing, and the tournaments will not be as big and stuff. I am gonna start going to school and stuff. I've already taken 2 years of college. I do have proper education and stuff like that. So I do have a backup plan. Right now, this is my passion. This is what I want to do more than anything in the world. So this is just what I'm going to work towards for now.
Okay. I hope it stays as long as you were talking about. There's one thing that kind of erupted a few years ago where someone said they found a Drake lookalike at at Walgreens. What was and it happened to be you. What was your reaction when you first saw this?
All right. Well, here's the story. Let me tell the Walgreens Drake story. So when I work at Walgreens, and everyone there, I always get at least a handful of customers per day tell me I look like Drake. Do I look like Drake? Anyways, so some random person took a picture of me. I have no idea who it was, and they posted it on Instagram, I think it was, and one of my random Smash friends just saw the picture on Facebook or on Instagram, and they're just like, "Wow, someone posted a picture of you, said guy who works at Walgreens who looks like Drake. They made a Facebook page and they're just like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Some random guy who looks like Drake at Walgreens. They didn't know I'm a Smash player or anything, and it just ended up blowing up because it was so hilarious. And then everyone started calling me Walgreens Drake, and yeah, that's the story.
Did you ever get people like coming to Walgreens just to see you?
Actually, yeah, it's kind of funny. I've had a couple of Smashers come in and they're just like, Walgreens Drake, and I don't know. It's just a funny thing, you know, like, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really think I have anything else to say. Is there anything you want to say to your fans or shout outs you want to give? How can your fans follow you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Mortality_Axe. I just want to give a shout out to Mortality in general, my whole team, because without them, I wouldn't be here today. You know, they've let me travel to all the Apex qualifiers, and because of that, I got points and able to come here to Apex. I'm looking forward to all the future events. Shout outs to Arizona as a whole, because without them, I wouldn't have, I would not be here as well. Like, they've pushed me so far. Thanks, AZ. Thanks to all my fans out there, and thanks to Mortality.
One last thing. What's your next tournament? Where are we going to see you again?
Well, there's a big major, and we haven't announced it yet, but there's going to be a lot of things happening in Arizona now, thanks to MVG League. We are having a huge tournament in April. April 19th is the next big Smash tournament, and then we're having another major in September. Okay. So I'm looking forward to that in Arizona specifically. We'll also I'm definitely going to be on EVO for sure. EVO 2015 in Las Vegas. Other than that, I have no idea. Just going to any tournament that I can possibly go to. Really excited for each tournament, you know.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. Please stay tuned for esports at esports7.com for more updates and to hear more about Axe in this new tournament. Thank you.